Previously on Free Fire. Some people are simply born with extraordinary abilities. For Moco, that came in the form of her hacking. Moco's recent endeavors sent her spiraling into a journey of self-discovery. She wanted to be a force of good, a witch that brought happiness. But could she ever get there? Moco was now free from Horizon, thanks to Andy. Andy had effortlessly set her free with the help of his own father. He mentioned that his dad worked for Horizon, and Moco had probably met him before. After all, he was a chief technical advisor for Horizon. No big deal. Without missing a beat, Andy took the opportunity to congratulate Moco for her recent assignment to Horizon. Andy remarked that he would have expected to see more emotion out of most people when it came to getting a job at Horizon. That might have been the case, but Moco was distraught. She worried for Angela, hoping she was safe and sound. At that moment, security guards opened a nearby door, leading prisoners towards a bus that was awaiting them. Among the crowd, Moco noticed Angela herself. She wanted to know where her friend was being taken to, but the guard made no sign of listening to her. The prisoners were ordered around, but before they left their sight, Angela told Moco not to worry about her. She'd be safe. She'd be all right. Moco wasn't so sure about that. She wanted to get Angela out of the situation. She blamed herself and wanted to set things right. Andy had already tried to no avail. Even his power and influence were of no use here. Andy explained to Moco that Angela's sentence was decided on 10 years. There was no getting her out of it. But how had he managed to get Moco out and not Angela? Moco's uncertainty troubled her. The answer was simple, but cruel. Moco was, whether she liked it or not, a Horizon employee. That gave her the privilege of status, enough to save her from prison. Angela, on the other hand. Moco, exasperated, claimed that Angela had just protected her family from the very people who now had imprisoned her. Andy was empathetic to the situation, but, in his mind, Horizon had no choice but to monitor those of lower status, like Angela, to ensure social stability. Moco retorted against this oppressive view. Did Horizon truly have no choice? Andy went on to explain Horizon's philosophy. They had to do what they did to prevent another catastrophic war. Even then, Moco disagreed. She thought that no one had any right to decide who was superior and who was inferior, least of all Horizon. With this at least, Andy agreed. Andy revealed that this was in part the reason behind Moco's inclusion into Horizon. Andy and Horizon believe that humans are chained by their emotions, but with the help of more powerful computing, they could theoretically be free of such issues. This machine could help objectively decide someone's status. Moco still had her objections. In her mind, everyone is equal, and status does not change that. Andy tried to argue that, at the very least, the program would be objective, that it would not take trivial things into consideration. But Moco's mind was set. She knew deep in her heart that even a machine can be influenced by humans, as they are the ones writing their code. Humans would still be doing the judging. The argument was over. Moco exclaimed she wanted to go home, and so she did. Before taking her home, however, Andy had one last surprise for Moco. Pulling strings, Andy had managed to reacquire Moco's mother's seized belongings. He offered them to her now. In this lockbox, Moco found many things. She found her long-lost teddy, eye missing but still fluffy. She also found old photographs of her family and even her baby bottle from long ago. But among everything, she found a critical item, one that could change her future forever. As she picked it up, a warm, familiar voice echoed out of it. It said, "Moco, it's me, your mom."